Hey everybody, today we are taking a look at an expansion to a game I really like, Claustrophobia. And the expansion is here, Furor, Sanguinis. This expansion introduces a new third faction to the base game and has a few interesting twists to it. Let me show you a brief overview of how it works and then we'll come back and get some final thoughts, alright? Alright, so I'm going to give you a brief overview here of the expansion. The expansion comes with this player board. It comes with some dice. It comes with 3 new room tiles here. And it comes with a bunch of tokens, you can see there. And it comes with the star of the show here, this big fellow by the name of Garcia. Alright, so the way it works is this expansion basically introduces a third faction to the Claustrophobia game. We already had the humans and we had the demons. This adds a brand new faction which plays by itself for itself. And the rule book gives you several scenarios at the back where you're going to be taking this fella up against the humans, and sometimes you'll be taking him up against the demon player. Okay? The way it works in a very basic way is typically you'll be rolling 4 dice. And you'll be assigning those dice to specific spots to take actions, a lot like the demon player already plays in the base game. The difference here is that the whole army is represented by this single figure, and specific parts on the board here are associated with body parts on him. So for example, this is, as you can see, the head here would be any of these powers, and he may take up to 3 wounds on that, but once he takes that 3rd wound, then all these powers are shut down. Same thing for the torso, the legs here, and the arms there. Alright, so that's the idea. You're going to be triggering these powers just like you would in the base game. So for example, 2 dice that add up to 9 could go here and do that power. 1 die of value 1 or 2, any 1 die, 2 even dice, etc. to allow you to trigger that power. And as I said, you can take this guy into battle against either one of the 2 previous armies. Besides all of that, some scenarios are also going to give him some upgrade tiles that are associated with specific body parts. So like War Cry here, which is this tile, is associated with the head of our Garcia here. So once his head is completely damaged, the tile will no longer work. Again, this is all scenario based. And of course, besides using the scenarios in the rulebook, you can find some scenarios online, or you can really come up with your own scenarios if you'd like, with our new 3rd expansion here introduced in Furor Sanguinis. That's basically it. So there you have it, Furor Sanguinis. As I said in the intro, I really love Claustrophobia. And there's things I like in this expansion and things I'm not necessarily enamored with. Let me touch on the bad first. First of all, it's sort of a tough sell in this day and age of plastic overload and miniatures galore to buy an expansion that has a single figure in it. It's a very cool figure, but there is 1 miniature in this box. That's kind of a tough sell. I really like the way the board play works with rolling the dice and assigning it to different parts of the body, but it's really very similar to the demon player's powers already. It seems to work in almost the same way, except for the twist that you can shut down specific areas of the body. That's cool, but playing when the demon player goes up against this character's player, then the asymmetry is lost a little bit. Having said that, I think that the 3rd faction is very cool. I do like having yet another option now for all those matchups. I really was hoping that there would be a scenario in the book that would let all 3 factions go toe-to-toe, but there is not. There might be some of those online. Maybe you could, like I said, always come up with your own. But even so, I do like the expansion quite a bit. Again, I am enamored with the base game, and the expansion gives me a few more scenarios, gives me that ability to take this new monster up against the humans, or go toe-to-toe with the demon, something they haven't faced before in this monstrosity, and just open up some more theme and some new avenues to explore the play of the game. So, if you are a big fan of Claustrophobia, then I would recommend you go out and pick this up. If you are just a casual player of Claustrophobia, then this may not necessarily be one you need. I think the base game has tons of replay value in it, and if you're already very happy with the human versus the demons theme, then there's no new demons here, no new human units. This might not be one you necessarily need. But having said that, you can make up your own mind. Claustrophobia, Furor, Sanguinis, a very cool expansion.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.